I want to make this quick video for this dude on the forum about how to add a 220 plug. Okay, now this is your main breaker line that comes into your to your house or trailer or whatever you got over there. All right, there's a red and a black. Okay, both of those are carry 110 and they go down each side of your breaker box. Okay, you got the white wire, which is your neutral. That's your neutral line. And then those two wires right there is your two hots, okay? And if it's a two-phase that comes in, that's what you're gonna have, all right? So what you're gonna do is go out to your other breaker and cut that off. So that kills the power to your fucking breaker box, all right? Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna have these little spaces in here when your breaker box, all right? You should have like a couple of extra like breaker lines that are empty or whatever, okay? Because you're going to need at least two, because when you put a 220 in, all that does, a 220 is gives you both sides. So if you look at it like this, those what it does is it connects the right side and the left side in one. So you'll have a 220 breaker will be like as wide as one of these, all right? This side over here is all 220. So that's a 220 breaker, okay? All it does is connects this one and this one. Like these two put together would actually be one of each side. So that's all 220 is, okay? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have, I got all my wire coming in from the top because all my wire goes into the ceiling. Because when I built this place, all my wire runs like up the ceilings and through into the all through the ceilings and shit, but you're going to be doing it underneath, all right? So you should have a pipe that'll be coming up from the floor. It'll be like a pipe like this, and you'll have a bunch of wires coming out of it, all right? All you're going to do, man, is take the 14 gauge, which is that yellow. That's 30 amp wire, okay? The yellow is 30 amp. You're going to probably need, I don't know how many feet you're going to need to get back to that room you're going to be putting the 220 in. But all you're going to do is put a 220 breaker. You're going to stick it in, all right? And it'll be a double leg, okay? And what you'll have on a 220 is you'll have two screws in it, okay? All you do is connect the black and the white wire to that breaker, okay? I don't really want to have to take this side off to show you, but that's all you do. All right, so you want to hook a 220 line up. Instead of running it to the neutral line, okay, that's your white wire, goes to your neutral bar. Instead of doing that, you're just going to take the black and the white wire and hook it to that breaker, the 220 breaker. And those breakers go in fucking easy, dude. Like literally, like they just pop in and pop out. This one right here is hot, but they just come out from the center, okay, and they squish in. So, see that? This is hot now, but that breaker, all you do, you just stick it right in here like this, and then it goes right in. Boom, done. That's it. That's all you do. So you're gonna have a breaker bars. All you do is go to fucking Lowe's, buy a 220 breaker, and that's gonna take up, but you gotta make sure you're gonna have an extra 2 slots in your breaker box. Because if you don't have those 2 slots, then you're gonna have to either wire a new breaker box that has more breaker slots in it, which, dude, is fucking easy as fuck. All you do is you got your ground bar right there, and that's usually grounded out to a fucking, like a copper pole that's stabbed into the ground. And then you got your neutral line, then you got your big white wire that comes into your neutral line, then you got your 2 hots, your red and your black, and that's it, okay? And that's what you call, like, that wire right there, I think is 4.8 or 4.6 gauge that comes in here. That comes in from another place on a separate line. And then I got another 220 box that's nothing but 220. That's all that does. So that 220 box right there, I got that going up. The wire goes up, and then it comes into this other room to a controller. So what I got there, that's the 220 controller, and that controls all the lights in this flower room. All of them. So I think that's like a 50 amp or 60 amp. That's all I got is a 60. I think it's a 60 amp for this room, and that controls all the lights for in here. But that's all you need to do, man, is run that wire from the breaker box. Run it from your breaker box, then run the wire down to the ground, go underneath your place, all right? And then just drill like a little hole, and then bring your wire up from underneath, okay? And then just get like a blue box, like this. A little blue box, and then screw that into the wall to a stud. Bring your wire into the back side, and then put your 220 outlet and wire it together. Because 220, the only thing 220 is doing is just using 2 hot wires. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So like those up there, I used to have those right there on 220. See that? There was one on each side. I used to use those for 2 ballasts. I'll show you what they look like. Those are 220. Those are 220 outlets right there. See that? That's what they look like. So basically all you're going to do is you're only going to need one of those for your breaker or whatever, but you're going to have to get a 220 timer. You're going to have to buy that shit from Amazon if you want to run your ballast on 220. Now, if you don't want to run it on 220, you just want to add an extra breaker, like another 110, then all you got to do is just add your breaker in. Do the same thing. Add your breaker, hook your black wire, your black hooks to the your black goes to the breaker, and then the white wire the white wire goes to your neutral bar, and then your ground goes to your ground. It is stupid easy, man. It's like really easy. So 220 is better because you could put 2 ballast on a 220 on one 220 line. You know what I'm saying? You could put 2 1000s on a 220 on a 30 amp. So if you got like a 30 amp 220 line, you could actually put 2 ballast on it. Because I got a 50 amp in there, and I'm running 4,500 watts on a 50 amp. So you could definitely put 2 of those. But anyway, that's all you gotta do, man. It's fucking easy, dude. It ain't that hard. So if you got any questions, just hit me up.